Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where last episode we basically doubled our landmass. And now we need to try to hold it together. So we are, of course, going to be investing very heavily up here and making sure that we have as many holdings coming in as possible, as well as making sure that structures are all good to go. In the meantime, of course, we're working on getting these guys a little happier, and we're just trying to make sure that we are getting these converted over as quick as we can in culture and in faith. So that is absolutely wonderful. Yes, actually, is there anyone else we can ransom? That would be amazing if there was. Okay, we can. Perfect. So we'll allow that. Oh, a favor hook? Okay, I don't actually care about that, but it's fine. It is fine. So we are, of course, in a much, much stronger position than we were. We need to try to clean up some of this border gore that we've got, but I'm not in too big of a hurry at this point to continue conquest. Mostly because my current feeling is that it's too easy to snowball in CK3. So I'm deliberately trying to limit our snowball a little bit. But at this point, the snowball is rolling. I mean, I don't think there's really any way around that. I'm going to construct a city over here as soon as we've got an additional 25 gold. And it was pointed out to me, and was absolutely correct, that destroying the kingdom titles on Confederate partition doesn't stop them from being created when we die and getting handed out. And that is correct, and is absolutely something that A, I forgot, and B, we got to deal with. You can see here that this guy would get this kingdom. He would be independent. That's unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. So, what we need to do is we need to change to partition. Now, that's something that we have the tech to do. We, I believe, don't yet have high partition, but we do have some powerful vassals who are opposing this. We need to convince these three guys. Now, how do we want to do this? How indeed? Well, we have a lot of money coming in. So there is that. Sending him gifts will get us stress. But I think that's something that we're okay with. I am going to start working on swaying this gentleman, because he's the furthest away. Excellent. Then, we do need a new spy master. This guy's actually a very, very good steward. Can we move this guy to be a spy master? He's okay at it. He's not fantastic. So, our current steward, I would like to reassign over here. He would be a skill 10, this guy. And then I'd like to assign this guy onto the council. That will get us a lot of opinion with him. Yeah, that's 50 opinion right there. So that's great. Now, this guy, I'd also like to put on the council. He is 21 learning, but he's bad at everything else. I'm going to put him in as our marshal. He's bad at the job, but this is for political reasons. So we're going to put him onto the council. And who else is opposing this? We need to go into our realm. Succession, that would help. And Confederate partition, we want to change here. So these three are now approving. This guy is only opposing by 6. We can easily pay him off or wait for the tyrant to go away. Either would do the trick. For this guy, we want to send him a gift. Absolutely. Yes, that does hurt. Can we perhaps... that's not helpful. Can we perhaps do something like this? He would not accept, mostly because of age considerations, and the marriage would have low fertility. Yeah, you're too old. No doubt about that. Instead, perhaps we could go for this one. Yes! Do it. Okay, he'll accept that. Now that gets us an alliance. That doesn't necessarily get us opinion. But we can just toss him some cash as soon as we have 150 gold in another month tick. And that's absolutely fine. Any moment now. No, seriously. Any moment now. There we go. Yes, that does gain us stress. That's not quite putting us over the stress threshold, but that's close enough. So let's go ahead and change this at this point from Confederate partition. Hang on. These guys lost opinion. And why is that? That's a good question. They're all very close. Oh, did this gift not send? No, it did. It'll override the existing opinion modifier. Okay. So, this guy. Did we send a gift to him? We did not. This will put us up over the stress threshold. So before we do this, we should flagellate. Okay. There we go. Now, what do they think of it at this juncture? Okay. So we can let this tyrant tick down. This guy will then oppose, or not oppose anymore, after the tyrant ticks down. And this guy, I mean, there's short reign and tyrant. That would do the trick, as well as waiting until 1070. That's a good stress loss, because we're an eager reveler. Sending our children to revel is a stress loss. Huh, that's neat. We are already swaying this guy as well. So let's just let this go for a little while, and we'll let that sway happen. I do want to come up here while we are waiting on that and see about constructing a few holdings up this way. This will, of course, need to happen, and as soon as we get our next payment, we can definitely construct our city here. Misguided warrior, unyielding defender. Okay. That's fine. So our next payment should be any moment now. There it is. And we'll get ourselves another barony constructing. 150 prestige, sure. We don't actually care about that at this exact moment. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to just take some quick cash and lose some stress. Not that we had any stress. I didn't want to take the chance of getting wounded, not when we're 53. So that's definitely something to think about. Okay, what does everybody think about changing this at this point? This guy's still opposing, and we still need to sway this guy, so about another 3 months. Sounds good. In that amount of time, we will have the cash to construct a holding up here. 500 gold. We're going to do the stewardship challenge. Okay. Traditional raiment, it is. Excellent. So we're going to need to go through all of these after we're done constructing these holdings and make sure that they all have level 1 buildings. But beyond that, we're not going to do any more development out here. And our vassals will be responsible at that point for doing that. Let's go ahead and construct this city as soon as our payment comes in, which there it is. Fantastic. There's a lot more holdings to construct up here. But we're going to be very, very wealthy. Very, very wealthy indeed. What's going on over here? Is our vassal expanding our territory? No, that's a liberty war. And that's a tyranny war. Okay. Unfortunate. But that's okay. Sure. We'll do that. And let's see what everybody thinks about this. They actually approve. And why can't we change this? Oh, right. We want to change it to this. Regular partition. So the difference here is that new titles will not be created. And that's what we want since we have no empire title right now. So that means that while these guys are going to get some territory, they are not... yeah, that's fine. They are not going to be getting the important bits of territory. We do have a new diplomacy lifestyle perk available, and we'll do True Ruler. Maybe we'll be able to offer vassalization to some people, but it looks like we are not able to for now. This is not shocking in the slightest. We're going to come up over here and work on constructing another city as soon as we get another 130 gold, which is actually a little ways out. Let's bump it up to speed 4 for the time being, since we're mostly just investing for this next little while. And I'm also interested in checking... We are converting faith and we are promoting culture. Just wanted to double check that. Excellent. So we will go ahead and construct a new city holding up here as soon as we can, which is now. And that's wonderful. Another holding will go in up here. This one already has both holdings constructing. We're going to need 2 holdings up here. This one's good. Good. This one's going to need a holding. Okay. There's a lot of construction that still needs to happen. A whole lot. But we're at the point now where we're earning enough money that the snowball is rolling. So that is the reason, of course, why our son is a brilliant strategist. He's also currently ill. I don't really like that. He's also a holy warrior, which is awkward because our religion is one of peace. At least until we reform it. We may go ahead and reform that. If we were to reform it, I believe we'd have to create a new Buddhist faith. The problem with ditching Dharmic pacifism, though, is that domain limit, and I feel like the domain limit is powerful enough to want to keep for right now. We may want to get rid of it a little bit later on. That's all Sinhala up there. That's fantastic. Let's begin working down here on these conversions. Great. Cannot join another Liberty faction. Yes, do it. I like it. We can found a holy order. I prefer to spend the money on other things. And a manipulation hook. Sure. Let's come on up here and construct ourselves a city. And do we have the cash for another one? In 2 more month ticks. Sounds good. We need one up here still too. And oh, we should definitely do that. We should definitely do that. Okay, there we go. We're going to need one here. We're going to need one here. Yeah, I don't care about that 75 prestige. That's fine. That is completely fine. We're going to want to continue conquering up this way in our next life. And hello, pause menu. And working towards our empire title here. That is our next major goal, is getting the Deccan Empire. That is going to be very, very useful for us, of course. And let's just head on up over here and construct a city here. Perfect. We are going to not need any more up over here, looks like. It's just this location. And over here, yeah, that all looks good. There's a holding slot open here. And 2 up here. We're getting very close to finishing this construction phase. Of course, there's also this over here. It looks like there's 1 holding slot open over here. That's not too bad, all things considered. Not too bad at all. I'm going to change this guy's contract to high feudal taxes with our hook. Wonderful. And we're not going to found that holy order. We are instead going to come over here with that money, and we're going to construct a temple is what is required over here. And there were a couple over this way. Yep, this guy here. We're very, very nearly done with building these holdings. So that's wonderful. Again, like I said, we're going to want to make sure that we have level 1 of our buildings in each of these, ideally. We could just leave them as is, but I kind of don't want to. So yeah, 2 more up over here, and then that's it, I believe. Just double check all the way through here. Yeah, that should be it. 2 more here, 1 more here. So we're very, very nearly done with this. This phase, anyway. Extort our subjects. Yes, where are our loyal subjects? And we're going to take the 500 gold. Fantastic. We're also going to go ahead and sell our minor titles if we... Oh, we can't do that until we're back from the feast. Sad. We're going to build a city here. And we're also going to build a city here. We'll get some opinion. And then we're going to come down here. And we're going to build a city over here as soon as we have the cash. Very well, my vassal. Let's sell our minor titles and see what happens. He became our rival. Well, that's rude. That's very, very rude indeed of him. Okay, so we're going to come down, and at this point, I'd like to max out our personal holdings a little bit. We're going to go through here and get these constructing anyway. And then we're going to go through here checking for empty building slots. Ah, this is absolutely something I want to save up for. Absolutely. 1,000,000%. I want to save up for this temple. So that's what we're going to do next, is do that. Now we're currently 56. We're still in fine health. I don't want to be notified about founding holy orders right now. Can we not? Thank you. I want to spend that money on other things. Fantastic. We can demand payments, and so we shall. That will mean it will be that much faster that we are able to construct our temple over here. And that's great. Our sister died of old age. Okay, that's not a great sign, if I'm honest. 58 gold until we can construct this temple. There we go. And this city obviously needs some upgrades here. Let's build the trade port. Wonderful. And we're making some solid progress. I do think that maybe we don't actually want to build all the level 1 structures. Maybe we just want to make sure the holdings are full. Or maybe we just go through and upgrade the structures as we have too much money. Because I think this is overall taking too much time to get all of this done, and it will continue to take too much time. I think that'll slow us down more than we want. So we're probably going to start thinking about attacking up over this way. Subjugation would cost 1350. And I think that's ultimately okay to spend that much prestige. Let's commission an epic here. We just discovered Armillary Sphere. Ooh, that's a lot. We're going to do this instead. We're going to also check over here and see what has been exposed next. Oh, Arched Saddle is literally the worst it could have been. Oh, well. Oh, well. It won't take too long. We should focus on me and my destiny, of course. 11 months on household soldiers, and we'll be out of debt fairly soon. Yeah, we don't need to sway that guy anymore. How are we doing on our court chaplain? We're doing absolutely fine there. That's wonderful. And we're going to move our rally point to be, like, up here. Excellent. We're going to be out of debt with our next month tick, and that's great as well. There we go. No real danger there. And yeah, we can create these kingdom titles, but certainly not until we have the empire titles. 75 prestige or 150 prestige. We're going to take the 150. Excellent. And I do think that we will build these special structures, and I don't think that we'll actually build duchy capital structures. But we can go through and look for the special structures, and then just leave the vassals to do their thing with the rest. They'll get there eventually. They'll get there eventually. That's an empty slot here in a direct vassal. And that's okay. He can fill that himself. This one doesn't have available buildings for this slot, but it does have a special slot there. It's interesting. Maybe not available yet. Excellent. Increased chance of producing an exceptional epic. That's great. Let's go ahead and farm some more prestige with a feast. There we go. We're going to need some amount of prestige, of course. About 1,000 more. We got a new friend out of that, so that's not awful. Excellent. There we go. And now we're at 692 prestige plus 10.4 per month. And we're going to go ahead and call a hunt. And we'll get some more prestige from that. We need a little prestige at this point to attack these guys. And how many did we determine that we needed? We needed 20 more de jure counties. Okay. That's a lot of de jure counties, to be sure. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a quarter of what we need. That's not too bad. It's not too bad at all, actually. We did just finish promoting our culture, so let's continue working on promoting more culture. Wonderful. Got to get that spread all throughout the realm. Next time we'll get it. What's going on up here? Oh, that's where our hunt is. Okay, that's kind of an awkward location for it to be, but that's fine. We definitely want to attack these guys at some point. Maybe we should do this first, actually, because this would get rid of this border gore here. That's a de jure county. That's a de jure duchy. Unfortunately, we can't just do it all in one war, unless we were to do a subjugation, which would cost the same amount, and I think this is ultimately what we should do. Yeah, I think that's what we should end up doing. Let's go ahead and spend a little bit of this money down. We'll build a trade port here. What can we build here? We could construct a tax office. He doesn't hold the Raj. That's unfortunate for him, to be sure. We're working on crop fields over there. We're mostly going to let the AI do this, but when we have extra money, we can always come through and spend some of it, now that we have all of these completed. Farms and fields. Sounds good to me. Excellent. Anything that we can do to get additional prestige? I mean, we could make the kingdom titles. That would make us prestige. But it would also make us problems, and I'll pass on that. I will absolutely pass on that. We can construct a building over here, and that's something that we will definitely do. I want to get these maxed out. Perhaps we can make something out of him. Nope, we couldn't. But that's okay, too. 3 months left on that stone barracks. Right, we can upgrade this over here as well. I almost forgot about that one. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. So our cash is doing okay. I mean, we can very easily just locate a place and begin doing an upgrade there, right? Whenever we have excess cash. And that's pretty much my plan at this point, is to just continue pumping the gold into the realm, but expand simultaneously. I think we're done sitting and investing, except for when we're in situations like this, when we're trying to get what we need for prestige or claims. I would like to be working on claims, but I think converting faith is more important, especially when we can expand through prestige. So that is the overall idea there. And we're going to go ahead and build our military camps here as well. We should be able to get up over 20k levies pretty easily and pretty quickly. We are currently 58, and we're feeling fine, so that's good. I really do want to attack these guys. And to that end, getting more prestige would be amazing. We can't really get more prestige for another 4 years, though, so we're pretty much stuck just farming up that prestige. In the meantime, we can always get 150 prestige and basically get there. And save up the cash for this Grand Temple. I like it. We actually have, what, 3 holy sites, then, if we can create these Grand Temples? What are our holy sites here? Holy sites. Lumbini. Okay, we don't have that one. We don't have any of those. We do have this one. And apparently this isn't a holy site. Okay. Maybe this is a holy site for another group? I'm not sure. Regardless, we've just about got the prestige that we need now because of that event. So, we just need, what, like 3 more month ticks? It's going to be 3. It's going to be 3 more month ticks. And then we can declare this. We are, of course, going to need to move this, and we'll move it to there. Excellent. That Raja just commerted. He commerted. Commerted cultures. Perfect. That's a word now. We lost 28 stress. Sure. New diplomacy perk available, and we are going to grab a Life of Glory. There we go. Probably should have actually gone the other way, but it's okay. 1 more month tick, and we'll be able to declare this. This isn't going to be a huge land grab for us, but it'll be good. And we'll subjugate this guy. Right, we can only do the 1 subjugation war. We're going to have to declare this with the claims. So I think we're best off with the de jure duchy claim. And then we'll fight him for this later on. I don't like it, but it is what it is. It is also, however, time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will fight the war against this lad. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods. That doesn't connect. So it doesn't. In the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And I will see you all next time. Apparently our wife died. Unfortunate.